Good morning, Twitch. I am still awake from the night prior, and we are listening to some radio. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. I'm listening to a radionomy station that I like. Pretty sure the link is in the before, but we can put it in there. And I'm just getting set up. That's why the screen is on the full screen. So give me just a minute. Type some things in. And I'm going to be sketching this morning. The sun is just coming up over the horizon, and you guys are going to watch it come up with me. Okay, you know what? This is all we need. So let's do this. Let's close this. This. Alright, so that radionomy station is in the chat. I'm going to get this out of the way. Here we go. Alright. Good morning. Hello. So, I want to do it so that you guys can actually see it. Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be the other direction. That's okay. That's fine. All right. Ooh, boy. I wanted that right away. All right. So I'm going to be doing some sketches. Ooh, how about this? Let's start with the purpose of this. Alright, so these are the 4 colored paper choices that we have. Oh boy. So these are our 4 choices for color. And, alright, so the original Phoenix is just this, it's a board. And I painted over it with gesso. And it was going to have this whole, like, elaborate frame thing going around it, and it was going to be all built in and attached to the artwork. And I was going to do this item here, sort of a central focus. I was going to do it layered. This was going to get cut. So it was going to take a couple extra steps in the process. Unfortunately, I don't have that time right now. So I'm going to put this on the back burner, and I'm going to redo the work, the artwork, as a separate, as a different piece. And so this is the inspiration. The inside of that item was going to look sort of like an acorn. Here, I'll throw it a little closer. Sort of like an acorn and a heart combined into a single object. Yay, shiny. And that was going to be inside of this item object that was going to sit down here in the dark spot. And I really didn't like the overall design, so I just decided, you know, I can redo it. I can redo it later in a different media that I think will look a lot better. I'll probably do acrylic paints. But for right now, I just want to sketch some ideas for what I want that artwork to be, because it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same. And so, oh, yeah, we really want these colors. Huh, am I backwards from it? Nope, I'm not backwards. It just really has the chat in the way. That's all right. Hello, good morning. I'm Will, also known as Xidoraven. So the 4 colors we have to choose from, I'll get it eventually. The four colors we have to choose from are a really bold orange, a really bold yellow, a very muted orange, we'll call it peach, and a muted red, we'll call it pink. And I set up a straw poll to allow the viewers to choose which of those colors they would like for me to do this artwork on. I'm just going to leave those there. All right. So, the original concept involved a frame that was going to go all the way around. It was going to be essentially asymmetrical. It was going to have all sorts of things that framed the stuff in the middle. And the object was going to come up into the center, and then the parts coming out from it were going to work into the rest. Oh, you really can't see that from over there. That's all right. I'm going to scan it all in and you'll see it later. And they were all going to work together to make this object look as if it was part of the frame. And the phoenix, its wings come out here to the side. They stretch down from the top, from just about the top down to the bottom of the artwork, and that's nice. I mean, it has a nice feel, and maybe it'll look good for the final artwork. But that design doesn't allow for much dynamic kind of stuff. So what I'm thinking is maybe having like the phoenix coming over to one side and then having the focus of that item down here in the opposite corner and putting the focus of the phoenix up here to kind of make a point and counterpoint. Let me just kind of figure that one out for a minute. Good morning to anybody who's watching. And if you're not watching, that's okay too. In all technicality, it should be going. We should be going to Twitch. So I'm just gonna have faith. Oh, that was the funny part about yesterday, is I thought I was streaming to Twitch. No, I was streaming directly to YouTube. But that's all right. You only mess up like that so many times before you figure it out. That doesn't give me a lot of options there either. Because I really want the phoenix to really fill the frame. So let's figure out how we can do that. Morning for those of you who are just tuning in. I'm Will, also known as Xidoraven. We're streaming to Twitch right now, or at least I think we are. I'm doing some sketches, putting some things together. Earlier I was watching Hyper RPG's Death from Above, their BattleTech show. That was really fun. It was a good time. It's exciting. Anytime that they're doing a show, they're excited about what they're doing. That's fun to watch. I feel like that's not going to work very well for me either. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. dragon? No, we're probably not going to do dragon. I really want to stick with the phoenix theme. I think that that's a much better theme to stick with for right now. And it's kind of fun, yeah, because that gives me the opportunity to do some fun little crest feather things. It's not bad. Curving up. That's the other thing is, you know, a phoenix, it's like a bird, but it definitely has fire involved. You know, a phoenix is not just any old bird. There's definitely flames coming off of it. And this one will be no different. This one's have a lot of fire. I feel like that shape really doesn't leave me a lot of room for fun. And let's see, what if I raise the item up? Because that was the idea with the original, was that the item, the artifact, became the center focus. And so maybe rather than keeping it low in the image, maybe I'll keep it higher. And make it so that it's definitely more of a focus. And the other thing is that I kind of want to keep with the theme of making everything that reaches up from it's going to be a series of roots and they'll sort of look like a cross between roots and veins. And I was kind of thinking that it would be nice to still continue the idea of those going up and sort of creating a frame around the piece. So we'll stick with that. And then so we definitely have the sunlight coming in. Do we have the side over here? In fact, I might be able to shut this off. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh no, that's too dark. Yeah. Let's see what we can. It'll be really fun when I do the final work, and I'm going to be streaming that too. When I do the final work, I'll have my friend Judy up here, and she's the one I'm actually going to be doing this artwork for, because I was going to give the original one to her, and okay, it's starting to look like not what I had in mind, but that's all right. This is really just to get the idea of where I want to place things anyways. So, ooh, actually, it's going that way. That might look kind of cool. Like it's coming up and around. Might be kind of nice. I really want it to have a flow, like the whole image works together. That's actually not a bad idea. So, okay. The inside this root object will be very bright, but the outside is going to be very dark. The roots are brown and red, and the inside of the object is a bright green, yellow green, and sort of a muted, more medium tone green too. And the whole thing sort of spirals around, and in the original, I basically had this root object overlaid on top of the actual board, and so it was. I mean, it was already going to be a focal point just because of that, but. Good morning to anybody who's watching but not seeing anything. Also, I'll be archiving this on YouTube later. So anybody who's not watching right now, you'll be able to watch it again later. Yay, technology! Cool, I like it. With each one you get better. That's why you do drafts, right? Is because with each version you get better. And I'll just show you what I was going through here, because I mean, it's like, you know, like he just did a bunch of things. What was he doing? So what's going to happen is these drafts, these sketches are to give me an idea of what I want to do with this lovely, now which one of these colored papers are we going to do? I will, let me find the link for the straw poll that I made earlier. Actually really surprised that it doesn't seem to be showing anything on my stream preview, but I definitely have it set up properly as far as I know. Here we go. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So here's the link to the straw poll, and give me just a second here to see what happens. Also, I'm going to move this just a little bit because I can still read it. And okay, dropped frames 85%. Bummer. That's all right. We're still recording. It's still there, and as long as it's there, we're going to keep it moving. All right. So the straw poll's in the chat. take me a sip of coffee. I just want to say good morning and hello. My name is Will, also known as Xidoraven. I'm doing some sketches here. For anybody who is watching now, hello. And for anybody who's going to be watching later, too bad for you. No, I'm going to be, I'll archive this video on YouTube later. Right now I am listening to a radionomy station, More Epic. I threw the link for that also up in the chat. And yeah, it's almost dawn over here. I was watching Death from Above, the Battletech show that Hyper RPG puts on. Yeah. Where's turn this fan off? It was nice for a while, but making things fly all over. Okay, so I definitely don't have a preview video, but I am definitely streaming. It definitely says stuff. So, good morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning here in the beautiful, beautiful, wonderful beaches of Bikini Bottoms. I am your sort of talented host, Will, also known as Xidoraven, and I'm doing sketches. Let me show you this just a little better. A little closer. So this one my thumb is on. This one that my thumb is on is the sort of the original concept that I was putting together on a board, black gessoed board, and I did colored pencil, and chalk pastel wash, and then glazed over that with put a sealer, top sealer over it. The problem is that I just didn't like the way it turned out, so I was going to redo it anyways. I was going to just paint over the original media that's already on it, and pointing at it because it's over there. I already showed it. You can watch it on YouTube later. So because I am redoing it, because I'm going to be moving soon, I decided that rather than put a lot of time into a piece that I would be essentially... Okay, good. We do have a preview. It is happening, just not very well. That's okay. What am I doing? I am, because I'm going to be moving soon, and rather than try to rework an old artwork into a new one, which would take a very long time, I decided to make this artwork quickly, very quickly. And since this was going to be a gift for a friend, my friend Judy, I'm hoping to have her on the stream when I make the final artwork, and that's going to be really exciting. I'm gonna have that live stream. We're gonna live stream it. It's gonna be great. For the time being, I'm gonna take another sip of coffee here, and then I'm gonna keep sketching. Okay. So, since I'm pretty sure I'm gonna work with that fourth concept on. The thing is anytime you draft, when you do sketches to make drafts of something, they always get better. No matter what you do, they always get better. Like, yeah, everyone successively is going to get better. So, also what I'm gonna do, because as you can see, I'm streaming this all live. I'm thinking what we're gonna do is people who donate to my moving fund, I'm gonna do like a I'm gonna do something where we try to make some incentives. It might be the sketches, it might be the final piece. That's actually gonna be up to Judy if it's the final piece, and it's probably gonna require a donation of like $200 or more, so. But you never know. Never know. For those of you who would like that link, you know, I will put it in. I will put it in the chat for you. Okay, that. Okay, so that's my GoFundMe thing. If you're interested in donating, it is highly appreciated. I have to move. I have until August 24th to move. I'm really looking forward to it, to be entirely honest. And I was going to get pencils so that I can do shading. Because now that I've got a basic idea of where I want things placed, now I want to get some of the, actually, yeah, it's okay. I want to get some of the dark and light in. So when we start working with these tones and values, hang on, people. Okay. So I need to leave enough space to show that wing, because I want that wing to come around the object out to the outside here on this edge, but I have to be really careful about how that affects the body posture for the phoenix. The other reason that I've got all these extra boxes here is because if I mess up, I don't want to have to erase it. I just want to redo it. I'll move right on to the next box and just keep on going, because I like to keep those ideas. Just like with these, I'll go back to the older sketches and I'll look at, is there some element of that I really like and would like to keep it in there. And with this, I'm mostly just noticing that the body of the phoenix has to have a lot of curvature, and it has to really command the eye to move around. The other thing is that left wing over here really has to follow that curvature of the phoenix to really draw the eye. So ooh, caw, caw, I hear birds outside. Caw, caw. I talk bird. I speak bird. Did you know that? Now you know. Feel better already, don't you? Oh yeah, actually that's kind of nice, because then the fire can really kind of, it's not bad. I'm gonna keep it going. Actually, I'm gonna darken this in a little bit. because that is essentially the shape that I want. So let's see what we can do here. So I'm using I was just using an HB pencil, and now I'm using a 4B pencil. That's a very soft, very dark pencil. And that's because I'm really going to start putting some dark some darkness into it. It needs the darkness. Not too much darkness, not too much. Oh, also, this is the channel where I make funny noises, funny voices and things. Good morning. Good morning to you all, wherever you are. You might be on the opposite side of the planet. That's all right. All right, so we're not going to put any dark on the Phoenix to start with, because the Phoenix should be as bright as possible, especially down at the bottom, because you have to think the fire usually travels upward. Okay, heat, it's like heat, right? Heat travels up. So the fire of the Phoenix is going to be going upward. So we're going to keep the dark space down at the bottom dark. And up at the top, only space that's going to be really dark is going to be the space that's pretty far away from the body. And then we will make the corners. This corner down here, yeah, we can make it a little bit darker. I mean, we'll figure out which layers will go on top with which, but okay, so before I get back in there and start doing more things, I'm going to use a tortillon, or what some people just call a shader, smudging tool, shading tool. I'm just going to go through and use this to kind of fill in a little extra value in all these different spots. And what that does, it smudges the graphite of the pencil around. So it is a blending tool. But it also pulls up, if I was using this with colors, it would pull up some of the color and blend it with the other. And it's a quick way to add in just a little bit of shade to spots where you don't necessarily want a lot of extra shade, but to give it just enough so that when you do come back in, like say with an eraser, and start bringing out some of the really light spots, then it actually gives it some nice contrast. And I don't want that to be too heavy on any of the parts of the paper here. That's why I'm kind of touching really light in the lighter zones, and then with the darker zones you can really press into it and smudge that dark all the way around. So I'll probably be giving these sketches away. That's probably going to be one of the incentives of this whole, please donate to my thing sort of thing. Good morning for those of you who are just joining us. Could just be me watching. I'm Will, also known as Xidoraven. I'm doing some sketches here. As you can see, this lovely, beautiful colored paper. Bold orange, bold yellow, muted orange, we'll call it peach, and muted red, we'll call it pink. Go ahead and vote on that straw poll as to which one of those colors you would like me to use to create this Phoenix image that I originally was going to... I was doing it in a colored pencil on a black gessoed board, and it was nice and it looked, decent. I'm gonna go back to the dark pencil here because Now that, oh, because that was a 4H pen. Well, that's why. No wonder I couldn't see it. I'll go back to the HB. I was originally going to do this work for my friend Judy, and it's still going to be for her, but I'm going to redo it in a totally different media, on a totally different platform. The reason I'm doing that is because the original concept was going to be really time-consuming. That's the one thing I don't have right now is a lot of extra time because I need to be moving. Very soon I am going to be moving. I decided that, and I decided this a couple years ago, I decided if I was going to be moving again, that I'm not going to be moving to the just another place here in the same state. I decided I was going to take an adventure, a leap of faith, try something new. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to try something new. Today we're just trying same old thing we're always doing, which is creative. I am doing some sketches. I'll probably give these sketches away as part of the drive to get more money. I hate saying that. I don't like anything about money, and that's the one thing that people will come to learn about me on this channel is I dislike money. I really do. I'm one of those rare people that's like, yeah, no, I really don't dislike it. It's a ugh, no thank you. But it is a necessary component of doing things. Hi, my name is Dodo the Phoenix. I've got a very bizarre head, and that's because my artist wasn't really paying attention, because he was too busy talking to the camera. Oh, I can't wait to be sharing some of my character voices with you all. Coffee! I can't wait to start sharing some of my character voices with you all. I'm going to eventually have a Roll20 table, roll20.net. Oh man, yeah, if I have to remember links, I'm never going to be able to remember to say them. But we're going to do a Pathfinder role-playing game, online game. I'm going to be running the Adventure Path Serpent Skull, and I have a ton of ideas for the characters that are involved with that, both the NPCs and some PCs. Most of that's just been scheduling, and of course, since I have to move soon, it hasn't made it any easier, but hopefully we'll get that up and rolling soon. I've got a couple videos that I want to do of just characters, just profiling the characters for that, and that'll be really fun. Okay. All right. So, first sketch, not that great. That's all right. Because now I have a basic idea of where my shading is. It's going to be a lot easier to create dynamics. Good morning. As you can hear, I've got a radionomy station playing in the background. I love listening to music. It's probably one of the few things that I wish I could just do more of is just be listening to music all the time. I shouldn't say that, sharing the music that I listen to. Because I love introducing people to new stuff. And I love hearing new stuff. And I love talking about bizarre randomness. Yay, bizarre randomness. maybe this isn't the right shape. I mean, it looked good over here. Maybe I just need to get the shape of the artifact right. Let's give it a very... Yeah, there we go. Let's build it up a little differently. Because it's not like it has to look like the original. It just has to convey that same idea. Right? It doesn't have to look the exact same. It's not even the same image, really. We'll just do that as a simplification. Okay. And I think the real problem here is how the problem, it's not a problem, it's a challenge. How to make the Phoenix body appear to be moving properly. I mean, the idea is that the wings were enveloping this space, but the problem is that that's actually kind of difficult to pull off with this specific posture. So, we're going to try something else. We'll try it again. If you're just joining me, hello, good morning. It's 6:30 here in the morning. My name is Will, also known as Xidoraven, and I'm just doing some preliminary sketches. Listening to some tunes, taking it easy. Sit here and hang out with me, relax. It is definitely an easygoing Saturday morning. The real problem here is with the posture of this bird is not realistic, but that's alright. We can make it work. The idea is to make it look like fluid motion, so the idea there is you don't have to make it look photorealistic if it looks dynamic and convey or moves the eye around. And maybe if we bring that wing up as if it's coming up around that, but not really around it, that's actually not bad. That's kind of nice right there. Now, there's going to be, so the lighting here is going to be really interesting because the inside of this root object is going to be lit up. So what looks like an acorn in the original sketch, or like a heart acorn inside of this root object, is going to be glowing. It's going to be very bright. And then the root system, or what will look like a combination of roots and veins, will be very dark and encompassing it. In fact, just looking at this, it's kind of a cool idea to make the roots look like they're coiled around. And I am doing this stream today, this morning, tonight. Technically, it's still tonight for me. I have not slept. I'm doing my own little tribute. The folks at Hyper RPG, I was watching Death from Above last night, and today, or all through the night, they have been setting up for this massive, really cool event, the Necropolis Deathmatch something or other. And it's going to be a live event that they do today on Saturday, which is definitely not their usual thing. This is a really special event. So I am streaming tonight in respectful tribute to all the rest of the people who are working hard all through the night to provide things of hopefully significance and value. Huzzah! Significance and value. If you're just now joining, my name is Will, also known as Xidoraven. I am doing some sketching to get ready for an artwork that I'm going to do live on stream. Live! Do you hear it when I say it like that? That means it's special. That's exactly what that means, my little chitlin. So the inside of this object is going to look lit, so I definitely want to keep all the shade out of that object, or the inside piece. So I'm going to erase as much of that zone as possible. The reason I'm doing it like this in the sketch is because it's going to give me a lot better reference when I do it with oil pastel and colored pencil. And I'm also going to have to make some color choices. And so as I do these basic sketches, it gives me an idea of what colors might work really well to bring out those tones, the darks and the lights, in the subject matter, as it were. And in this case, it's going to be a phoenix, and the phoenix is sort of enveloping this object. It's going to be an item. It's going to be I roleplay. I play Pathfinder role-playing game, and so this is going to be an artifact, a nature-y energy artifact, known as the Heartroot Diadem. And there's a storyline behind it, but it's not really necessary. Because the picture will look good just by itself. And that's kind of the thing here, is that I don't want to put too much energy into making it exactly like the old one, or trying to basically, I want to keep this idea really free form and open. And best way to do that, keep it fast, simple, fluid. All right, so with the light source on this, the inside of the item will look illuminated. The Phoenix, which has a body that is at least partially fiery in nature, should also be illuminated. So if they're in a dark zone, that illumination is going to reflect on the zone around them. Maybe we want some parts of this Phoenix to be dark. I really wish I could pull that figure around to that direction without... Good morning! This is my sunshine morning face. As you can see, the sunlight is coming in. Once the sunlight comes in, it totally changes everything in here. Let's do it all over again. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna say fuck it with the photorealism and the appropriate body posture. We are just gonna work with flowing movement. Flowing movement, my friends, flowing movement. I bet you guys can't hear them. Maybe you guys can hear the birds on there. Who knows? You know. I'm sure you know. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to keep this flowy, and we're going to worry only about shape and form. We are not going to worry about photorealism or correct body posture of birds. We are going to worry about color, form, rhythm, and let's see, color, form, rhythm, movement. Movement's basically a yep. There's no movement in it. That's boring. We're also listening to some movie soundtrack music, apparently. Yeah, that's how we're going to do this. We are going to do that with movement, flowy movement. Watch the arms, flowy movement. Oh, but you probably can't watch it in real time if it's not right. Okay, so. I like it. I like it. It's nice. That looks real nice. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. That looks nice. Yeah, that's good. We like that. That's actually, I really like that. I like that movement a lot more. And I think that even though it won't look realistic in terms of body posture of the bird, I think that sweeping motion, along with maybe like the feathers and the little bits of fire, will really bring that out. So I'm going to have a mostly bright scene. Okay, actually that should be really nice, actually. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Okay, so let's go back to the HP. So what I'll do is, rather than put a lot of time into making all these feathers look realistic, I will put time into making them flow, and then at the very tip of where the wings would be, I'm just going to run that color right down, all the way down to wherever it ends. Same thing back here with the tail, which is going to kind of curve around, and you'll just see the feathers. You won't really see it as a tail. The other thing I'm going to do is I'll just make sure that the flames come up away from the body a little bit, and really brighten up the area around. Uh-oh, advertisements. I'm sorry, folks.
I'm teaming up with Omaze to invite you and a friend to join me in Vegas for the world premiere of Jason Bourne. Donate $10 to water.org.
At least it's Matt Damon.
Now, I know they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but screw that. We're taking pictures of everything. We're riding over together, walking the red carpet, having drinks at the after party. It's going to be awesome. Go to omaze.com/.
That's me trying to sound like a bird. There's actually lots of birds outside.
Yes, it brings you poetry.
All right.
The better you drive, the more you save there. And God, they live
How about this? I'll just mute myself. Okay, we're back. Yeah, that's the thing. How am I gonna do that without? Yeah, you guys can't really see that at all, but that's all right. That is all right. So with the rest of this, I'm just going to do the curves, zone where I want to put the curves, because it's going to be a lot of just color. yeah, I think that's really what this is going to boil down to, is I'm just going to make a whole lot of really mobile lines. They're just going to be all over. Let's figure out exactly where I want to put that eye. Sort of like that. Sort of like that. So, I think what I'm going to do, now that I've got all these sketches roughed out for tone, is now I need to figure out exactly how my colors are going to look. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'll do one more sketch with color. Ooh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to do 2 small sketches with color, and then I'll do one more major sketch here, trying to replicate that color with tone. And then, for the final piece, I will be using the color paper of the viewer's choice. These are the 4 choices we have. Here, I'll hold them up. Then they are more visible. Okay, so these 4 colors, we have the 2 bold colors, we'll say bold orange and bold yellow. And then the 2 muted or pastel colors, we'll say bold orange, or muted orange on the bottom, we'll call that peach. Muted red on top, we'll call that pink. And so I've got a poll up where you can vote on which of those 4 colors you'd like me to use to recreate this Phoenix artwork. I'm going to be making the final artwork in oil pastels and colored pencil. And I'm going to stream it live while I make it. Hopefully I will also have my friend Judy here, and we are just going to have a good time chit-chatting, and hopefully, if all things go according to plan, I will try to use that opportunity to raise some funds, because I will be moving very shortly, and it is very expensive. It is very expensive to move, and so I've got a GoFundMe page up right now. If you make a donation there, it is very much appreciated. I think what we're going to do is anybody who makes a donation of $10 or more during this whole thing, I can start that right now. I think that what we're going to do is we'll do like a drawing for a drawing. That we'll do some kind of raffle or something to raffle off these sketches, and I will send these real sketches to the winners. That's what I'm thinking. Right now it's just a guess. I'm just putting it out there that I think it's going to be $10 or more to the donation. So what did I just get accomplished here? So I just did 4. Wow, why is it backwards? It's backwards! I just did 4 sketches, and these are quick. Not really. Well, you saw how quick they were. And these are just to give me an idea of what I want to work with here. And that was after doing the first series of sketches, where I decided, you know, which general composition shapes I would want. Wow, it's really hard to figure out when it's backwards. So That's it for right now. I mean, literally, while I was just sitting here, I just did 8 different sketches of the same basic thing. And what I've really decided is that this sketch has to be about this piece has to be about movement. There has to be a lot of moving lines involved. And so, I think I've settled on a composition. I think I've settled on where things are going to be with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'll do some color studies to see how all those things work out, and then I'll probably do one more tone sketch just to make sure that I can recreate those color tones by themselves, and if I need to darken them or whatever. I probably won't need to do that, but we do have black and white oil pastel and color pencils, so that probably will not be necessary. Okay, so what else am I doing? I have shared the links there in the chat. I will make sure to put those same links in the description of this video. All of my videos are going to be archived on YouTube. For those of you watching right now, which is probably just me, thank you for watching. And for those of you who are going to be watching later on the archive, please tune in again. Follow me on Twitch, Xidoraven, Xido Raven. Follow me on YouTube, and all of the videos will be archived on there from here. And in the future, when I have a very, very stable connection, I will also do some digital painting in Photoshop with a drawing tablet, and I may very well do some 3D rendering stuff and painting textures on 3D objects. That's something I would really love to get into. I really have to make sure that my connection is super stable when I do that, because every time I mess with the laptop and press buttons and things, it usually throws my Wi-Fi signal off, because I move the laptop around and it's like, oh no, catch onto the signal, no I cannot. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Hyper RPG is a great Twitch channel, and they are putting on a super amazing event today, Necropolis Ultimate Death Jam or something like that. Wow, I'm advertising really well. In any case, Hyper RPG, look them up on Twitch here. An amazing channel. They excite me. I love watching their stream. Doesn't matter what show it is, they're always having fun. Viking Lass. I have to give a shout out to Viking Lass, because she is so much fun. Her and I would have a great time hanging out. I'm absolutely certain of it. So, that's it for now. I'm going to do some more sketches a little later. Thank you for joining me for these ones. I will determine the exact details of what will be available for those who donate to my GoFundMe account. But for right now, I'm not sure of exactly what that's going to be. I will figure that out by the time we do that. I will probably not be doing that stream today, because I don't want to interfere with Hyper RPG's Necropolis event, which is going to be phenomenal. I mean, they're literally spending all night putting the studio together so that they can have this event be as amazing as physically possible. And I have to admit, with everything that they've done so far, something tells me it's going to be phenomenal. I had a blast just watching them play Death from Above earlier tonight. Yesterday, the day, which is still today for me, because that's the beauty of Insomnia. Sometimes you sleep, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you sleep in the day, sometimes you sleep at night, sometimes you just want to sleep. So, for right now, if I even get a connection, I'm lucky. Oh yeah, dropped frames. 96% of my frames have been dropped. Well, you know what? The beauty is, it's archived on YouTube. So, if you caught blip, blip, blip through all of this and you really wanted the whole thing, make sure to check out my YouTube channel. It is the Xidoraven. It's the only one that's like that. The Xidoraven, and all the others are just Xidoraven. Twitter, Twitch, the whole kit and caboodle. So, my name is Will, also known as Xidoraven, the one that does this little shindig. And I'm an artist, an author, game designer, third-party publisher for Pathfinder role-playing game compatible content. But most importantly, I am an uber fan of Paizo and Pathfinder role-playing game. I have been watching Hyper RPG and being amazingly inspired by their content, and I wanna share the same thing with the world. I've got ideas, you know. At some point, I will have a whole bunch of stuff related to my adventure path. I shouldn't say my adventure path. To the campaign that I will be running online on Roll20.net, and I will be running the Serpent Skull Adventure Path by Paizo, and I will have a whole bunch of fun stuff for that. That's what I hope to have going on this channel at some point very soon. I'll say very soon, but I don't know how soon. This whole moving thing, putting me in transition, it makes things difficult to make real plans. That said, there will be plans. There will be plans to make more plans. And there will be more plans where that came from. Welcome to Will's channel, where he stays up all night and then doesn't know what he's talking about. That's alright. The words, they don't mean anything. The words don't actually mean anything. They're just sounds. Just sounds that go together in a rhythmic pattern. That's all. That's all. Okay. For now, I'm going to make sure to copy these links. I want to make sure I put them in the description of the video on Twitch, and I will then make sure to archive this video on YouTube so that you can continue to watch afterwards. And what else? This was a 1 hour and 18 minute recording, almost 1 hour and 19 minutes. That's actually pretty decent. And I got 8 sketches done in that time. I really shouldn't call these. Yeah, they are sketches. They are sketches. They're valid sketches. Wow, it's always with the backwards-ofness. All right. So this is what I got accomplished today. These are the sketches, the preliminary sketches. I'll probably do 2 color studies and 1 more tone study just to make sure that I got exactly what I want it to look like. And then the poll that I have put up the link for is going to be to choose which of these 4 colored papers I start with when I do this artwork. And I am leaving that up to the audience to choose, and then we will live stream me doing that artwork, and hopefully I'll have my friend Judy here with me, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. I probably will not do that today because I don't want to interfere with Hyper RPG's super special event, so I will probably wait until Sunday, probably, or maybe just after Hyper RPG is done with their event, because that would be pretty cool too. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me. This is my thumb up to everybody out in the internet world to say, I love you. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Take care. Relax. Enjoy your weekend. Don't freak out. It's going to be okay. I promise. I can't guarantee that promise. Enjoy!